we have given that triangle KLM is equilateral and angle MKN is congruent to angle MKN. So this angle is congruent to KLO, to that angle, and to LMP, to this angle. So we have to show that triangle ONP is equilateral. What else we have know? That triangle KLM is equilateral. It means that all sides are congruent. So this side is congruent to that and to that. So we can write that KL is congruent to LM and is congruent to MK. This is given. And we know that if triangle is equilateral, then is equiangular. So we can write that angle K is congruent to angle L and is congruent to angle M. And because we have given that angle MKN is congruent to KLO and to angle LMP, it means that angles NKL is congruent to OLM to PMK. So, because we have given that angle MKN is congruent to angle KLO and is congruent to angle LMP, and we know that angle KLM are congruent because we have given that triangle KLM is equilateral, so it means that this triangle is equiangular. So if this angle is congruent to that, and this part is congruent, so this must be 2. So let me put that this angle is congruent to that angle and to that angle. So we can write that angle, this was given, angle NKL is congruent to angle OLM and is congruent to angle PMK. So we have sides between these two congruent angles. This side is congruent to that, so we can write that by angle, side angle congruence postulate. We have that triangle KLN is congruent to triangle LMO is congruent to triangle MKP. So it means that angle, because this triangle is congruent to that and to that, it means that this angles, the third angle is congruent to. So we can write that angles K and L is congruent to angle LOM and is congruent to angle MPK. So we have given that this angle is congruent to this and to that. This is because these three triangles, this and that are congruent, so it means that corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So we can write in parentheses that this is because corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So now, if these angles are congruent, so supplementary angles are congruent. It means that this angle is supplement of this, and the same is with that angle and that. We can write that supplementary angles so if these three angles are congruent, I can write that angle NOP is congruent to angle OPN and is congruent to angle PNO. So we had these three angles congruent. So we have here three congruent angles. And if a triangle is equiangular, then is equilateral. So we can write that if triangle NOP is equiangular, then it is equilateral. So this is my solution.